Hey guys, this is Mark Shaw's the Pattern Trader. Several weeks ago, in fact, I remember it to the day, Friday, February 19th, I was doing my normal master pattern trader session that occurs each Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this is where I go into the markets live before hundreds of our devoted members of the master pattern group. And I remember picking apart and analyzing the ETF, the QQQ. Now, the Triple Q is an ETF that basically mimics the NASDAQ one for one. So if you want to trade the NASDAQ, you would trade the QQQ. It's chock full of all the tech stocks, namely Facebook, Apple, Google, Amazon, etc., as well as many other NASDAQ stocks are represented in the ETF. So it's a proxy for the NASDAQ. And when I was analyzing the chart of the triple Qs, it became apparent to me and our members at the time after I drafted out my analysis that there wasn't one, but there was four bearish price patterns that were converging all at one time. You had an ascending broadening triangle, you had a double top, you had a head and shoulders, and then you had an island top by virtue of two gaps in the triple Qs, because the triple Qs begin each session at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then they end at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So there may be a gap between two sessions. And anyhow, there was an island top, there was a double top, there was a head and shoulders, there was ascending, broadening price pattern, all converging at one time. And, after that session, I guess I did such a great job of pointing out the bear price patterns that, I got myself all worked up. And, after I ended the master pattern session, I just loaded up on put options in the NASDAQ. In fact, I loaded up so many that over the weekend I was like, just in a daze, thinking about what I'd just done the day before. So at the time, I was analyzing the chart in the Master Pattern Trader session. The QQQ was trading at a price level of 334. And so what I did when I got off, the session was that I bought way out of the money puts because I thought there was a huge drop that was going to be imminent by virtue of all the bear price patterns that I was sizing up. And so I bought the 320 put options. So again, the QQQs were trading at 334. It would have had to fall in 14 points or about 7% for me to break even on this put series. And the other thing was I bought these puts that were expiring just a week after I bought them. So over the weekend, I was like kind of chastising myself for what I just done, because I dumped about 100 grand in these put options, all of which would have expired on me worthless if I was wrong about what I was seeing in the market. But as it occurred, Monday the market started dumping, and as fortune would have it, just by Tuesday, 2 days after I put the option series on, the market went through my strike price. So dumped all the way from 334 to 310 on the QQQs as the market went down about 10%. 7 to 10% in that week. And so the put options that I bought for $1 on Friday was worth $10 on Tuesday. So I made 10 times or 1,000% on my money in just a few days. And then, being so bearish on the market, I did the same thing in the following week. I did another roll in the QQQs, bought these things at $1. They went to 7, 8, 9, 10 on me. And I made, anywhere between 7 to 1 to 10 to 1 on those option series. So in 2 weeks, I did make 7 figures in the QQQs. No kidding. No shit. Couldn't believe it myself. But, again, that's what these markets afford you. If you read them right, if you know what you're looking at, the opportunities are there every day. So since that time, the QQQs have settled out. They've been bouncing between 300 and about 320. They've been very range bound. It's been very difficult to approximate the move of the indexes. And so I've been looking and digging and drilling down to individual stocks. And there's one stock that's been on my radar that's been there for a long time. and that's the stock of Zoom Video, the ticker symbol ZM. In a moment, I'm going to go to the real-time charts. I'm going to show you what I'm looking at. There are 1,000 bear patterns that are also converging and colliding in this chart. So I have been starting to get short Zoom Video at around the $347 price level, and today it closed at a multi-month low at 308. So we are sitting on a precipice. We're sitting on a cliff, ready to just, dump into a chasm below the current price level. So I am heavily short Zoom stock. I have been heavily short. I've been adding to my position, and I can't see that there's any risk in this stock going higher. In fact, I think it's just going to dump into a giant quicksand hole and be sucked under this 308 price level probably as soon as the next trading session. So now I'm going to show you what I'm looking at on the real-time chart of Zoom. Before I go to the real-time chart of Zoom Video, ticker symbol ZM, just want to show you what I've been up to in my own trading account. I've been long some put options in AMC Entertainment, but really what I want to show you is my position in ZM. Ticker symbol ZM. This is Zoom Video Communications. That's a popular video service. And as you can see, I'm short 2,500 shares in this account. My initial trade was 2,000 shares at a price just a hair under $347. We're trading at $308 presently. And so I have a $77,000 profit in that position that I've been holding for almost 2 weeks now. And then I added to the position today another 500 shares at $316. Again, the stock's trading at 308, so I'm holding a small profit there of 4,000. So cumulatively right now I'm holding a profit in Zoom Video of $81,000. Now I had to put up $770,000 for the position, and I intend to hold this position for quite some time. In another account that I control, you can see that I am short an additional 4,000 shares of ZM, Zoom Video. Actually, I shorted this at a much higher price. This did not reflect my initial sell short price around 330, as I've been in and out of ZM during the day trading some additional shares, while it does reflect a $28,000 gain. So together with the 81,000 in my other account, it shows that I'm up 109,000, but again, doesn't reflect some other activity that I did where I made far greater profits in ZM over the last couple of weeks. But just want to show you that I put my money where my mouth is. I've got $1.2 million invested in this account, 780,000 in the other account, so cumulatively put up $2 million to short Zoom stock in my enthusiasm for what I think is the coming apocalypse in this stock. So you can see during the last session, here's the ticker symbol ZM, Zoom Video. You can see that the last price was 308.39. With a low around 305.78. So this was a multi-month low. You can see the low that was set here today. It made a new all-time low going back all the way back 6 months ago to this price here. So you can see that we're starting to take out all of the recent lows, and there looks like there is nothing but air below this price chart. Now I'm going to show you why I was so enthusiastic about putting up $2 million to short the stock of Zoom Video, ticker symbol ZM. So you can see beginning back in this time frame, this double top price pattern. A double top is exactly what it sounds like. The market goes to an all-time high, in this case around $588, backs off that price, retests it, and then when we cross through the neckline, you have a perfectly formed double top or M top. Now with the word top, it implies that prices are going to go lower, and that's exactly what we have. Since it cracked the neckline around $500, we're now trading about 40% lower in the market, hovering just above $300. Now in addition to the double top price pattern, you also see this head and shoulders beginning with this left shoulder,
The peak is the head, and this would be the right shoulder. And so you have a head and shoulders price pattern. Just looks like a man or woman's left shoulder, head, right shoulder. And so you have a head and shoulders and a double top. Both of these are extremely bearish price patterns. Now, as it turns out, this head and shoulders has a number of peaks, symmetrical peaks, so we call this a complex head and shoulders. But whatever you want to call it, this is an extremely bearish price pattern with the implications that this stock was going to do nothing but go lower, and that's exactly what we've seen. Now, in a more recent time frame, we see this huge double top around $450, which then implied that we were going to go lower from there. That's exactly what we did. Then we had another smaller interim top, and it was around this level that I started getting aggressively short Zoom video, as I could see that there was almost no risk to holding a short position. There was just no way I could see this thing going higher. And now you can see that we've taken out the recent lows going all the way back to August 31st. So you can see today we closed a hair under the neckline, and this was the first time that we penetrated this low going all the way back to last August. And so we closed on the absolute low, sitting on this neckline. Once we thrust through the neckline, it implies a much larger move lower. Now, how low do you think it can go? So typically I would measure the top of the price pattern to the bottom. So from call it 310 to 588. My math is pretty bad, but we have about $270. So let's just say we shave $200 off this neckline. This implies a price level of $100. Now, as crazy as that might seem, I think this is exactly where this stock is going to go. So whether it goes to 200 or 100, either way, this stock has much lower to go. I have a huge position in it, and I intend to actually keep accumulating a heavier short position in anticipation of a greater move lower in Zoom video, ticker symbol ZM.
So I hope you got a ton of value and input out of this content. If you'd like to know more about how I capitalize on giant moves in the market, then I suggest that you go to our website and you download our free 21 power trading strategies. And the website is www.thepatterntrader.com. We'll attach a link aside this video. So with that said, I wish you guys a healthy and prosperous trading week, and I will see you next time.